Welcome back to our Java tutorial series. In the last video, we introduced array and learned how we can declare the array. So in today's video, we are going to focus on one-dimensional array. So what is one-dimensional array? A one-dimensional array is a linear collection of elements of same type arranged in single row. Each element is accessed using the index. Think of it as list of values such as marks of a student or price of item. So declaration and initialization we have already learned in the last video. So again we are going to follow same thing. So how you can declare and initialize one dimensional array. To create a one-dimensional array, you first declare its type and the size. You can also initialize with its value directly like this. So let's try to declare and initialize the value. So what we can do, just give the data type. Data type will be int, then use the square bracket and you can give the variable name. So I'm just going to give as marks and you can use the curly braces and you can put the value inside. So I'm going to put the value 85, 90, 78, 92 and 88. Please remember array index will always start from 0. At 0 index, we have 85 the value. How we can check? So just use sys out and you can use marks, that means the variable name. Then you can put the index position. So index is 0. So if we run, I'm expecting the value as 85. Correct? This is perfectly working fine. Now I want to modify the element. That means at 0 index, I want to replace 85 and update with 100. How you can do? It's pretty simple. You can just give the identifier name, that means the variable name. So I am giving as marks. Then you can put the index value. So index value is 0. That means I am going to update the value on 0 index. So what is now latest value? Latest value is 100. So you can use as identifier square bracket. You can put the index and equal to, after that new value you can do. Now if you try to print at 0 index, what will be happen? Let's run. So you can see at first time the value was 85 and after that when we updated, now the value is 100. So it replaced the earlier value. So if you want, you can run into debug mode. So you can see currently marks having 85 till 88 value. At 0 index, the value is 85. Once you will skip at line number 7, you can see we have updated the value. So you can see the red color, that means the update has been done. Now the 0 index is containing the value as 100. So you can see the value is coming as 100 and earlier the value was 85. So how we can iterate one dimensional array? That means iterating through loop. So it's pretty simple. So you can use any kind of loop. So we are going to iterate by using the for loop. You can just comment this one. So what is the syntax of for loop? Just use for. Then you can start the beginning point. So you have to use int I equal to 0. Don't give 1. I will show you why I am saying. And you have to go till what? Array length. So array length is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you cannot print like I less than 5 or less than equal to 4. This is not good way. So it's better just to use like marks dot length. So this is a way to get the length of array and after that just use I plus plus because we are going from 0 to marks length. That means as an increment order. If you don't know, then please watch the unary operator video. Now how you can print? Now just use sys out and use marks of index I. Let's run. So you can see it is printing 85, 90, 78 to 88. If you have a doubt, if you don't know how it is working, then what you can do, just try to put the index position also. Just use I plus plus, just use a string, double quotes only. In upcoming videos, I'm going to teach you about a string. So for now, just use double quotes and put a space and just run. So once you run, you can see at 0 index, the value is 85. At 1 index, the value is 90. And at the 4th index, the value is 88. And in case if you're starting with 1, what will be happen? Let's run. So you can see, right, it is not printing the value of 85. So that's why I keep saying to you, always start index from 0 itself. And in case if you are trying to access some other index that is not available at all, that means from 0 till index 4 we have the value. But if you try to access other index, then you are going to get array index out of bound exception. Please make sure to perfectly check. So let's solve a practical example, like find the sum of all element in the marks array. So my target is you have to do the sum operation. That means you have to use 85 plus 90, then 78, then 92, then 88. So how you can do? Can you guess? Pretty simple. What you can do, just declare a value as int sum equal to 0. And we already know this marks is going to get the value as 85, then 90 till 88. So what you can do, just use sum equal sum plus marks of I index. And once this operation is done, just print the sum value. Let's run. So we are getting array bound of exception due to this line. Comment it. So you can see sum is totally 348. But is it correct? No, it is not correct because we have used index as 1. So let's replace with 0. Now you can run. So this is a way to find the sum of all element array. So first time you have to do the iteration, then you can just perform the sum operation. If you don't know how to perform sum operation, then please watch operator video. Some key point you have to remember: arrays are 0 index. The first element is at index 0. Use the length property to get the size of array, and please be cautious of index out of bounds exception which occur if you try to access an index outside the array range. I am giving one simple task to you. You have to use one dimensional array of integer and write a program to find the maximum and minimum element in the array. Give it try and share your solution in the comment. So that's all for one dimensional array in Java. In next video, we are going to learn about multi-dimensional array, and we will also see how to work with matrix in Java. That's all for today.